And what's up, beautiful soul? Happy, it's Venus Day when I'm filming this, but it's not going to be when I post it. So this is a time capsule beam of Venusian energy for you. So if you found this message, this is going to be a channel message for you, specifically you. So I'm glad that I got the message to you. Message in a bottle across the ethers. Across the sea of collective consciousness. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing about you, my love, is that maybe you're a little bit of a klutz, but I won't project onto you because I'm a klutz. That could be me, I'll own that. So I'm seeing that you're full spectrum, and by this I mean you're truly someone who is able to almost sit at a space of neutrality within your heart throughout the fluctuations of life. And that doesn't mean, or that means that you don't get too caught up in the cycles anymore, at least. Because I feel like you found this peace within you when you just embrace what is, and you have really beautiful ecstatic awakenings in which a lot of energy awakening floods in through your upper centers, and then you also have these portals in which you shed, things die away, but through that Merkaba, you like receive a new vessel, a new form. You let yourself ride the wave of life, and it really has allowed you to evolve so quickly. That was the other card we got, is evolution. It allows you to evolve more quickly than the average being, literal DNA upgrades. And it's because you don't resist, because resistance causes like a block in the energy field, and you fight it, and then finally when you surrender to it, that evolution can happen. But I see that you don't resist. You are constantly playing confirmation, allowing yourself to be moved, and it's almost, I'm feeling like it's almost as if you watch it happen, you watch it unfold. I feel like you, less than most people, are inclined to make judgments about what is happening. I feel like you're not somebody who in your head is constantly looking at what people are doing and assigning meaning to it, because I feel as if you're somebody who knows that's somewhat of a waste of energy. You'd rather use your energy, your full spectrum divine power, use your divine energy to create things in the physical. And then you also, when it's time for them to decompose and be composted into new fertile energy for life itself, you let them go so that you can receive more. There's a power that you have in letting go, and there's also an energy, this full spectrum energy of you really being able to receive people wherever they are at, because you have a connection to all of these levels of reality. Like you have a connection to the depths, you have a connection to the heights, and within them you know that you see this being as like a dragonfly. The embracing of it all is what's required for transformation. The dragonfly, evolution. And so I feel as if there's something about you receiving, also sirens and mermaids could be a sign for you, but major, I feel like you evolve on a DNA level more quickly than most because of this state of ease that you live in. It allows for more of the cosmic light to truly enter your being and upgrade you and evolve you. And it's special because you are so full spectrum. It's as if many people are able to receive that transmission through you. I see a really beautiful alignment of your chakras that's actually happening at this moment in time when you are watching this video. There's a expansion and an alignment of all of your energy centers. So you might be feeling somewhat of a spinal activation, or just maybe you're feeling more inclined to make aligned choices and to move in a way that feels more aligned with where you desire to go and who you desire to become as a soul. And this is happening because your energy is aligning and you're actually having a upgrade in awareness and consciousness that's allowing you to act and to move in a brand new way. There's something about old patterns having been put to rest, like energy that had been with you for quite some time. Maybe it would just come up in little spurts, habits that you might have been trying to kick. There's something about they've truly gone to rest now. You've put them to rest. Yes. And a greater awakening within. So I feel as if maybe you've been feeling more drawn to things that raise your frequency, essentially. Not to say that you don't honor the depths, but I feel like a lot was just put to rest. So that cycle is just occurred for you. And now you have all this space and you're feeling inclined to fill it with high frequencies. So whatever you've been being drawn to, I feel like it's both creating and then also receiving. And I feel as if you're experiencing a greater purity of mind, of spirit, and are probably feeling inclined to cultivate a greater level of purity within your own physical vessel. And it's truly because you're experiencing an evolutionary upgrade. And it's really special, your capacity to be able to honor all expressions of life without putting some sort of a judgment upon them, because you're not adding to, I'm getting like the toxicity that can be created from meaning making, because when something's occurring and then we put out judgmental energy on it or we label it as a certain thing, we're the ones who are creating that vibration. So anyway, I want to read you this little part in the full spectrum. Creating heaven on earth by honoring the perfection of nature's cycles. So what does heaven on earth look like to you? Do you imagine lush green nature, ancient forests, pristine beaches, crystalline water systems, and all the planet's residents in full health, living in harmony with each other? And yet nature in its pure rawest form is a balance of life and death, growth and decomposition, the eaters and the eaten in one way or another. This is the natural flux of life. And that's what I feel like is interesting about you, is maybe you're even somebody who has noticed when people are like, oh, nature is infinitely abundant. It's like, yeah, absolutely is. But you also have to be okay with the winter when all the leaves fall off and, you know, you have to have your harvest that was saved from the fall, because there are times where the fruit is bare. And so it's truly about, yeah, honoring and working with the cycles. I'm also getting a resourcefulness from you, knowing all of the ways to align with infinite abundance, but then also recognizing that there's a cyclical nature to this life, and your resourcefulness is part of your divine intelligence that you utilize to continually ensure success and safety for yourself in the best way that you can, because, you know, at the end of the day, none of us are completely in control, but you can set yourself up for success as well as you can. So there's like a grounded resourcefulness about you, but also a divine body who knows they can manifest and create from infinite possibility. So that is what I feel like is so cool about you, is you are so high frequency, but you are also kind of a down-to-earth baddie. That's the energy that I'm getting. That's so funny. That became like, that was so etheric and out there, and then just landed in the most casual way. But that's what I'm feeling this energy is. Yeah. There's like, it's giving that wise old soul who's just, not much can make you blink your eye, or like not much can throw you off or even surprise you. I feel like you're somebody who, if you went out and about, the things that most people would be like, oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, look at that. You don't even produce a reaction. And it's just like nothing could surprise you at this point. Nothing could surprise you. To you, you're just really sitting within. And the phenomenal reality can't really ruffle your feathers or even cause a stimulus within you, which is honestly great because every stimulus is like a use of your energy, and I kind of feel like you just use your energy for creation. You're not like waiting to see how life is gonna stimulate your nervous system. You're just in your peace and your power. No matter what goes down, you're gonna be doing your thing. And that is truly what makes you so untouchable. It's really epic. And that's why you're gonna continue to evolve, because like nothing is throwing you off your game, or there's something about you actually creating a major mastery over your nervous system state, getting into this parasympathetic. I ran out of storage, but we're back. So there's something about you getting into, it's this greater awareness that you have. Like you're more awake within your field, and so you have a better sense of what is occurring within your nervous system. And your nervous system is very closely connected, pretty much a direct reflection of like the frequency that you're emanating. So I see that you've started to realize how much clearer you are when you're not in a state of reactivity, whether it's no matter what the heightened side, like no matter what side of the pendulum you're on is. So there's something about you maybe even clearing out things that you maybe used to intake that would stimulate you as much, maybe less stimulants. That doesn't mean no stimulants at all. And you know, interactions, maybe you've been going on D&D more, so you're just like getting less hits that kind of distract you. There's something that this is allowing a greater focus for you, because you're not having all of these spikes in your nervous system state all the time. And so I feel like you're receiving a very rapid, you're able to evolve and heal on a cellular and DNA level very quickly, and energetic level very quickly right now, because you have figured out how to kind of keep that steady state. It's like you're becoming kind of a mastery of the senses, and then not allowing, you know, being more tapped into your spiritual senses and less a slave to your human senses. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy them in a beautiful way, but you get what I'm saying if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like you're discovering the power that comes from peace as a way of being. And there's a lot of creativity, and there's a lot of wisdom that's able to pour through you from this place, from this space. And I feel like through embodying this, you're starting to discover just how much you're really capable of. And it's bringing you a lot of satisfaction to experience that. Okay, let's get... Should we get a couple tarot cards? Let's do that. Okay, so first, oh wow. Yeah, it's allowing you to access a greater level of wisdom, but you're also utilizing this wisdom you have that's like buried and encoded within you to be doing this. Because I almost feel like it's not even that you heard about doing this from somebody else through other people. It's as if like your spirit and your soul is guiding you from wisdom that you have accumulated in past lifetimes about how to operate your divine vessel. And that is what's allowing you to reach greater levels of mastery and almost like come into your like access greater levels of wisdom. Your higher self, who is like a wisdom keeper, you are, and also create things that are more long lasting and assist other people. But there's something about you being guided through the process of the mastery of your own divine vessel through your very consciousness. Your higher self, your own consciousness is guiding you. So it's almost like you feel like you know what to do, and you're kind of noticing what's assisting you and what to drop out and what to leave without. And it's entirely being internally guided. Yeah, mastering your emotions, your intuition, your creativity, so that you can create positive reverberations on this planet. I feel like this is also something about taking your path and your purpose more seriously so that you can leave a beautiful vibration. So in that, it is inspired you to become more of a master of your intuition, your creativity, your vessel, your emotions, the way that energy flows through you. But it's also, you feel the best in this state because this is actually like living in divine alignment, and it's just kind of different from the way that we're taught to live in this reality. So as much as it might seem a little bit strict, a little bit different, a little bit, it really doesn't. I feel like I'm being dramatic because you're not doing anything that crazy. Sorry, my phone's ringing. I can't. Should have been on Do Not Disturb. So speaking of, anyway, Three of Cups. I feel like you're gonna also come into social circles with people who have this kind of level of self-mastery, desire to like, you know, I'm getting kind of this energy of like a little bit of an intensity around becoming the absolute best, highest version of yourself, because it's genuinely what you want to do. It's not external pressure. It's like finally you're just letting yourself go all in, and in that you're going to meet other people who are in that same energy, but there's still like such a softness and a beauty to you because you are so spiritual, you are so mystical, but there's something about giving yourself more structure, more discipline, more form to all of this that is really potent. And that is the full spectrum energy almost. It's, you know, I see a lot of creativity, a lot of beauty, but then also you are locking into what really brings you success. There's a little bit more order that you're putting to the way that everything wants to flow through, and it's just allowing more to flow through, because when you have the barriers for the river flows powerfully in that direction. And I feel like there are people who maybe you're even already starting to like learn from others, seeing others who are embodying this kind of energy, giving you the permission to do so. But also as you walk in this energy, you will come across people who are in this frequency as well. And maybe you've even had to stop spending so much time with those who aren't in this frequency, just because, like I said, you're so locked in and it feels so good to you. And I'm seeing it's exactly what you're meant to be doing. Yeah, there's an energy of you having to leave behind a lot of noise that potentially wasn't even bad on paper, but you're just up to something, if you know what I mean. And it's very divine. Yeah, you're on a quest, you're on a mission, you have something to share, and this is truly the energy of this new cycle of your life. So continue on and you will prosper and also offer a lot of beauty and abundance to this planet. Much love, my beautiful soul. Everything to connect with me further is in the link in the description below, but I'll also catch you on the next one.